Right now at 10, a body discovered in the town of Shelby leads to one man being charged. And prosecutors rest their case against accused murderer Nia Tao. Plus, La Crosse Common Council bans camping on all city-owned property.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. Authorities are investigating a suspicious death after finding a body in the town of Shelby. According to the La Crosse County Sheriff's Office, around 11 a.m. Thursday, deputies were called to a mobile home park on Mormon Coulee Road for a report of a body found in an outdoor location. In La Crosse County Court today, a judge found probable cause to charge 55-year-old John Stumlin with hiding a corpse. Stumlin is set to appear in court on Monday afternoon. A motorcycle crash in Wood County killed a Wausau man and injured two others last night. It happened around 7 p.m. at the intersection of Highways 10 and N in Milladore Township. Investigators say 86-year-old Marlene Furrow of Junction City failed to yield at a stop sign. Her vehicle collided with a motorcycle, killing its driver, 60-year-old Alonzo Dvorak of Wausau. The crash severely injured Dvorak's passenger, 57-year-old Monica Dvorak, who was airlifted to the hospital. Furrow also suffered injuries and went to the hospital in a personal vehicle. The Wood County Sheriff's Office and Wisconsin State Patrol are now investigating the crash. Today marked the fourth day in the homicide retrial of Nia Tao, one of the two men accused in a 2021 triple homicide north of West Salem. The prosecution rested their case against the 37-year-old without calling key witness Kamthaneth Ratanasak. He is the other man accused in the killings who pleaded guilty to one count of first-degree intentional homicide as part of a deal to testify against Tao. Tao's defense also rested without calling a single witness. Nia Tao was first tried last summer in a case that ended in a deadlock. Today, the state questioned two La Crosse County Sheriff's investigators who were unable to determine who purchased the gun used to commit the murders, but they know it was bought at Gander Mountain as the store's bankruptcy and closure prevented accessing the record of the sale.
Gander Mountain is out of business and no longer retained any of those sales records, so we're not able to determine the original purchaser of that firearm.
Closing arguments begin Monday, after which the jury will get the case for a second time. We'll be sure to update you on air and on the web when we have more details.
All right, there we go. We got it. All right, sorry, my mic was actually off there. We had temperatures here about 10 to 15 degrees below average, which these are more what you would expect to see at the end of September or even early October. So overall, big picture shows 58 was the high up in the International Falls, giving you an idea how chilly it was up there. Overall, we've had light showers, but that has come to the end. Just a cloud cover mainly north of Eau Claire, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. It's going to be a chilly start to La Crosse, but getting up to 70. The winds will pick up by noon, and we'll see more clouds, a few degrees warmer than we've had yesterday. For Eau Claire, clear skies, 49. That'll be a chilly start. We'll start seeing the winds begin to pick up towards noon and more clouds as we approach noon and in the afternoon hour. So overall, kind of later on, we'll kind of time out if we actually are going to see those 80s come back anytime soon, and what next week has in store. All that coming up a bit later in the broadcast.
Let's hope so soon. I'm not ready to say goodbye to summer just yet. All right. Thank you, Greg. Yesterday evening, La Crosse's Common Council voted to ban camping on all city-owned property. We spoke with residents and groups about the ban today. There are a range of responses right now. While some residents are happy with the ban, others think it could make things worse. The camping ban barely passed with a minimum 7 votes required. It's a relief to some La Crosse residents who believe the encampments are destroying public property, but others worry about where the unsheltered will go and think it could make things worse. Those working closely with the unsheltered share that sentiment, saying it will be difficult to get them the services they need.
It'll be harder because we don't know where they all are staying. When there's a place like the Marsh or when there was Huska, we could go down there and feed some of our families and be able to find them that way.
Local law enforcement agencies consider it a win to get people out of the marsh. It's currently difficult for officials to access the area safely during emergencies. La Crosse's police chief Sean Kudrin supported the measure at the meeting last night. We did reach out for comment from the mayor's office and the police department on the enforcement of the ban, but have not received an official statement. An annual celebration that's bringing out the Irish in all of us kicks off this evening. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall is here to tell us more about the 19th annual Irish Fest. Jeremy.
Emily, from the food to the music and the vendors, for nearly 2 decades, the festival has been bringing Irish culture to La Crosse. President Pat Stevens says it's only gotten bigger and has become folks' summer premier festival. For 10 years, Tyler Lease has called Irish Fest a summer tradition.
It's the different culture, this is definitely the best festival that La Crosse does.
The festival has been in La Crosse since the early 2000s. Irish Fest president Pat Stevens is one of the founding members of the festival.
There's 4 couples just sitting around one night. Everybody was familiar with Milwaukee's Irish Fest and had been to Milwaukee Irish Fest before. And we just kind of looked at each other and said, we could have one right here in La Crosse. I think that people would love it.
Some folks, including Teresa McLeod, love everything the festival has to offer.
I highly recommend it. I love the music. The music is so much fun, and it's just a fun place.
Since its first year, the festival has only grown. Stevens anticipates 8,000 to 9,000 people attending this year. The biggest highlight?
A lot of people come down for the music. Everybody loves Irish music. It doesn't matter what your background is.
This year, a new feature. People can learn more about the Titanic and its connection to Ireland.
We are featuring a whole story of the Titanic. Everybody knows the Titanic movie, but a lot of people don't know that ship, the Titanic, was built in Northern Ireland by the Irish at that time. So we're going over the whole history of that.
And they're even having a raffle for a trip to Ireland. It's one of 3 prizes being given away Sunday afternoon.
All
Emily.
right. Looks like fun. Thank you, Jeremy. Well, expect an enhanced experience at the Ashley for Arts Music Fest this year. The 3-day Art and Music Fest in Arcadia is celebrating its 15th anniversary with bigger and better food, art, and entertainment. New additions to the festival include line dancing lessons, an extreme pogo stunt show, and a Dragoonies flame show. The festival ultimately offers a wide range of opportunities to support local art.
It's always fun, and I've been here many times, and I love supporting the Ashley for the Arts. I think it's a great cause and a great thing for the whole regional area.
Tiger Lily Gold, Lokish, and Bret Michaels are the performers tomorrow night. Tickets for adults start at $45 and $25 for children. A plane crash in Brazil. The details on the flight that killed 61 passengers when we come back.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 25-cent fuel saver for every $50. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
I'm the proud son of a single mom.
My mom worked nights to provide for us.
My mom worked 80 hours a week.
But Eric Hovde thinks if you have a single mom, you're going to be poor or a drug addict?
That is a direct path to a life of poverty. It leads to higher drug rates.
That just shows Eric Hovde is ignorant.
Come on, I'm successful today because of my mom.
I learned my work ethic from my mom, my single mom.
What is wrong with this guy?
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment, so all the joints up the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver for every $50 you spend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 25-cent Fuel Saver for every $50. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
At least 61 people are dead after a passenger plane crashed today. The plane took off from the city of Cascavel in the Brazilian state of Paraná and went down on the outskirts of Sao Paulo. Airline officials say the death toll includes 57 passengers and 4 crew members. Sherelle Hubbard has the latest on what we know.
Dramatic video captures Vopas Airlines Flight 2283 as it fell from the sky. Flight tracking data shows the plane began losing altitude a minute and a half before crashing.
I heard a very loud noise very close to me. I thought it was a drone. I looked up to the sky and saw the plane spinning.
Nathalie Cesari says she couldn't make sense of what was happening just before the plane went down in a residential neighborhood in Vinhedo, just outside of Sao Paulo.
In my head, in a matter of seconds, I didn't realize that it wasn't the normal movement of a plane, and I just had time to duck.
According to Brazilian registration data, the aircraft, an ATR 72500, was manufactured in 2010 and purchased by the airline in September 2022. The plane had been in the air for more than an hour, cruising at 17,000 feet until 1:21 p.m. local time when it started to lose altitude, falling roughly 17,000 feet in just 1 minute. The last data transmission from the plane was at 1:22 p.m. local time.
When I looked at the sky, I knew it was close to me. I knew there was no time to run. So when I realized it had passed, I went to the balcony and I saw a gigantic black smoke rising.
Brazil's civil defense said the aircraft crashed into multiple houses, but city officials say no one was killed in the residential area. I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
Now, the Sao Paulo government said multiple agencies are at the scene of the crash helping with rescue efforts, including 7 teams of firefighters. We are told local hospitals are on alert to receive any patients, although the country's government presumes all passengers to be dead. Authorities have located the black box flight recorder at the crash site. A new alternative for EpiPens, why the FDA says the new needleless life-saving drug could benefit more people.
Well, we had a chilly Friday. We are going to see some improvement throughout the weekend, and that means we will see temperatures come up, but still not going to see those typical August-type temperatures. I'll break down when we might actually see those 80s come back in the forecast coming up after the break on your First Warner Weather Update.
This election is about experience and who can find middle ground with people from both parties to get things done for workers and families. I've done that, and I'll do it again for us in Congress. I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this ad, and I'm asking for your vote.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
We've all seen these ads by Senator Baldwin attacking me. She's lying to you. But that's what career politicians do when they get in trouble. The truth? I was born and live in Wisconsin. I've never run a nursing home, and of course I believe seniors should vote. The false attacks are going to keep coming because she has nothing to run on. Her record has failed us on inflation, the border, and crime. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message for this reason. It's time for change.
It's Toyota's national sales event. Swipe into end of summer fun with an exciting new Toyota. Whether you're paddleboarding in a RAV4, mountain biking in a Tacoma, or tubing with your best friends in a Camry, you'll find plenty to post about all summer long.
Right now, during Toyota's national sales event, you can lease a new Tacoma for $349 a month, or get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new Tundra.
Come in today. Ooh, like
Toyota, let's go places.
One size rarely fits all. That's why at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we carry a huge selection of quality name brand jeans and pants. We're so confident we have the right brand, style, and fit for you that we'll give you a free $5 Blaine's Farm and Fleet gift card for every pair you buy. Like men's Rustler jeans, $15.99. $3 off these women's signature Levi's, $24.99. And shop store-wide savings like Rust-Oleum 2X spray paints, $4.99. Find your perfect pair of jeans for less at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Would you hire a barber who's never cut hair before? So why send someone to Congress who's never held public office and never passed a single bill? I'm Katrina Shinkland. I approve this message because we need an experienced congresswoman. Right, Jed?
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A new report finds about 400 million people have had long COVID. That amounts to 6% of adults and about 1% of kids across the globe. The research team also estimates the global economic cost of long COVID is about $1 trillion a year, or about 1% of the global economy. They also cited studies that suggest only 7 to 10% of long COVID patients fully recovered 2 years later, and some chronic conditions from it could last a lifetime. The article published today in the journal Nature Medicine also cites estimates that 2 to 4 million adults were out of work in 2022 as a result of long COVID. And those who suffer from long COVID often have been forced to reduce their work hours. The authors say too little is known about treating long COVID, and there's almost no clinical evidence to guide treatment. The report calls for more research into treatments and diagnostics and recommends new policies such as flexible workplaces. Seafood fans and pescatarians should be cautious. Northfish USA announced a recall of imported 9-ounce packages of its cold smoked capelin. The Food and Drug Administration says the fish in question might be contaminated with Clostridium botulinum. The botulism bacterium can cause symptoms including dizziness, weakness, and double vision. In extreme cases, it could be fatal. To date, no illnesses have been reported. Consumers are advised to return the fish to the place of purchase for a full refund. More information is available on the FDA's website. The Food and Drug Administration has approved a new nasal spray as an alternative to an EpiPen injection. It's a drug called Neffy from ARS Pharmaceuticals, and it can be administered with a single dose to the nostril. FDA officials say the needle-free alternative is safe for anyone who weighs more than 66 pounds. Many children and adults need the potentially life-saving active ingredient, epinephrine, to overcome severe allergic reactions. The FDA's approval came after analyzing data from 175 healthy adults. Officials say potential side effects from Neffy include throat problems and headaches. Patients are advised to discuss Neffy with their doctors before using it. Well, a chilly start to the weekend, but we will be on the rebound. Hopefully. Let's go ahead and ask Greg to see when we are going to be headed for a warm-up.
Yeah, we are going to start warming up a little bit this weekend, but those 80s are probably going to hold off until next week given this air mass. But tomorrow the good news is less cloud cover, at least less extensive cloud cover in the afternoon, but still breezy. You'll still feel the west-northwest winds out there in the afternoon. Much more sun on Sunday. I think that'll be the milder day. We won't have as many cloud cover. The winds will turn around to the west. Good news is I think we'll have more high clouds coming in, but I think we'll see more 80s come, at least getting close to it on Monday. So they are going to see some improvements. But overall, this low that's been responsible for bringing on this air mass continues to swirl up to the north, but it is beginning to shift a little bit further to the east. So we'll see less of that cloud cover and even showers that we had today. Some still are occurring, but that's really up to basically Lake Superior or the UP right now. We'll see more of that clouds developing tomorrow. But as you wake up, plenty of sun going on until about noon. Temperatures climbing up to the 60s, maybe hitting 70. Then the cloud cover begins to develop with the daytime heating. The winds will begin to pick up. Maybe even a sprinkle further north of Eau Claire, but there'll be less of that also tomorrow. As we go throughout the day, we should get up into the 70s for a lot of areas except to the north, probably upper 60s towards the Ladysmith area. Otherwise, most areas will be mid to maybe even upper 70s. As we go to the evening, quiet conditions. We got some high clouds beginning to approach from the west. The winds will start dying down, and you can see they're beginning to turn more westerly, giving you a sign that we're going to see some changes here. Overall for Sunday, this low begins to push off to the east. We're going to have another system that's going to kind of dive south, but you see the winds more kind of westerly in the afternoon, so not a little bit warmer. Temperatures getting probably mid to upper 70s. There could be a few spots that do hit 80. And then we got another system approaching, but once again, that's just going to provide more clouds as we go into Monday yet. No precipitation, but that does bring a little bit warmer air mass in our area, so we'll probably then get closer to the 80-degree mark. Now, next week, the mild conditions continue. We're going to see the jet kind of come a little bit further north, so we'll get up to maybe the low to mid 80s by midweek, but then we're going to have a little system come through as you see the jet kind of dive south. The warm air kind of pushes back to the south, so that's our next chance of showers and thunderstorms coming through with a little bit of a cold front, but it's going to take some time to get there. For in the meantime, for tomorrow, our temperature is going to be a little bit further warmer. We're looking at about a couple degrees warmer. Probably these numbers aren't showing up right now, but we're looking at low to mid 70s. There we go, a few more popping up right there. 70s up to the north, probably a little bit more cloud cover in the afternoon. Then as we go further up north, 72 in Eau Claire. Probably hitting the 70-degree mark also in Ladysmith. They're pretty close with a lot more clouds in the afternoon, and the breeze will pick up. But as we go towards Sunday, we'll start seeing the temperatures get back close to 80, at least in La Crosse and southward, and then more 80s probably Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which is about where we should be, 82, 83 at this time of year. And then we'll start seeing those showers and thunderstorms come through. Slight chance right now, and then we'll probably cool right back down a little bit. So we will warm up, but we're not really going to get above average too much the middle of next week.
But hey, it looks like a really great weekend, especially for all these outdoor festivals that we're having.
Besides being on the lake, which will probably be a little bit chilly with that, it's great to be outside this weekend, yes.
For sure. Okay, take advantage of it, everyone. Coming up in sports, the Brewer offense continues to light up the scoreboard. Plus, hear from the Onalaska football team as the first week of practice comes to an end. Cade is in next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
Welcome to Washington, D.C. You got a bunch of loudmouth, preening politicians. It's absolute chaos. I'm Derek Van Orden, and after 26 years as a Navy SEAL, there's a few things that I learned. You stay on mission, you know what you're fighting for, and sometimes you gotta get a little dirty to finish the job. Let's go, kids. Not you. Not you. You. Let's go. I'm Derek Van Orden. And, I approve this message.
Are you ready for a red-hot summer? At King Furniture, our prices are... Get your choice of these quality Jackson sets for $11.99. Need something more custom? Check out these 5 England sets for just $14.98. Available in your choice of over 100 fabrics. And in your home in just 30 days. Need a new recliner for Dad? We have hundreds of recliners all on sale and in stock. Get into King Furniture while the prices are...
What really ruined everything? I should have done something sooner.
Everybody hopes that this won't be a big problem. Unfortunately, basement water, it always gets worse. Don't worry, we got this.
Great. Well, let's stop it from getting in.
The effects of water can be surprising, but you can. Put water back in its place with a free inspection from Innovative Basement Authority. And now receive no interest on any repairs if paid in full in 24 months. Call or go online today.
Tell me about the day that you first found out about Nolan's birth defects.
Everything was normal up until my 20-week ultrasound. I learned my baby would not survive. I did not have the choice to do what was right for me and my family. To think that there's a possibility of a national abortion ban scares me to death.
Derek Van Orden and his extreme positions around reproductive freedoms are why I'm running for Congress. I'm Rebecca Cook, and I approve this message.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Cade Overton.
Day 4 of the high school football season. Yesterday, we heard from one half of last year's co-MVC champs on La Crosse Central, and today was the other half. I was down at Onalaska's practice to see how the Hilltoppers are feeling going into the year. Last year, the Hilltoppers finished the season 8-4, going 6-1 in MVC play, got a share of the MVC title, made it to the level 3 of the Division III playoffs before being knocked out by Rice Lake. This season, the Hilltoppers have some work to do. Like most high schools, they lost a lot of key seniors and are going to have to fill some holes throughout the depth chart. But that makes for focused, competitive practices as everybody's fighting for a spot on that depth chart.
You know, you always have an idea of where guys are going to fit in, but some guys show up and they really perform well and earn more roles or earn a bigger role. And that's kind of the fun of high school football, is just the unknown at times.
Everyone's fighting every day to, you know, get a spot, move up in the rankings, and, you know, our mindset coming in every day is work hard at your position. Every rep counts.
Well, they'll have to make the most of those reps because 2 weeks from tonight, high school football games will be played. Onalaska will open up their season against West Salem in what's always a great matchup. This weekend, Packer action is back as Green Bay will travel to Cleveland for their first preseason game of the season. Kickoff set for 3:25 p.m. tomorrow afternoon on the Packer TV network. The beginning of the game should be fun as Jordan Love expected to start the opener tomorrow. Coach LaFleur said there's a lot of value of going through the motions and getting ready for the game. Just don't expect him to be in for very long. The Vikings also with their first preseason game of the season. Minnesota will host the Las Vegas Raiders. That one's set to start at 3 p.m. with coverage on the NFL Network. Justin Jefferson not suiting up, but J.J. McCarthy, the rookie QB, will be getting in, hoping to prove himself as he's been making a lot of noise during training camp. MLB action, Brewers hosting the Reds, and in the first inning, Willy Adames is going deep. This one out to the fans in right field for a 3-run shot, his 4th home run in the last 4 games. Brewers lead by 3. Second inning, same score. A man on for Joey Ortiz. He lines one to center field. That gets down past the defense. Joe Bowers comes in to score as the Brewers go up 4. Then later in the inning, Bryce Terang tees one up. He goes deep to left field as the Brewers pull away for the win, 8-3. Twins playing 2 games against the Guardians today. Game 1. Second inning, Minnesota already with a 1-run lead, but Carlos Santana wants more. Crushes this baseball into the upper deck. Minnesota goes up 2. Fourth inning, Ryan Jeffers steps in, and he's going to send this one to left field. Looked like a pop-up, but this ball is going to carry over the fence for a solo shot. Minnesota takes game 1 4-2. And how about a second one? Let's run it back. Twins trailing in the 5th, but Matt Wallner steps in, crushes this baseball. It's not even close. It was Harry Potter night. That looked like some magic to me. The Twins would go on to win 6-3. And don't look now, but the Twins are only a game and a half back from the top of the division. Northwoods League, Loggers and the Mud Puppies tied in the 7th, but with the bases loaded, Tyler Smith lines one into center field. 2 runs coming to score. As the Loggers wouldn't look back, they get the win 13-4. Last regular season game tomorrow with the playoffs coming next week. And a reminder, tomorrow afternoon, Team USA men's basketball will be looking to bring home a gold medal as they take on the host nation, France. USA a big favorite as they're hoping to win their 17th gold medal.
Oh, 17th in a row?
Just for basketball, not in a row. They did lose one of those years in 2004, I think it was.
Oh, just one of them.
Yeah,
hey, that's a pretty good record right there.
I know.
Yeah.
So staying on the Olympics, as sports fans, we face a little heartbreak. My favorite athlete of all time, Spencer Lee, wrestler, going for a gold medal in wrestling today, and he fell just short. It was heartbroken.
No.
I've never wanted someone to win more than that, and it just broke my heart. You
Did
know?
he medal at all?
He got silver. I mean, it's
silver.
still really good, but when you're going for gold, it's just, you hate to see it.
Can he compete next year?
Oh, he'll be back in 4 years.
Or 4 years, excuse me. Okay, all right, well, next time. He'll get it. He'll get the gold next time. Okay, we'll have more news right after this.
Refresh your space with a mid-century makeover at Ashley. During the Labor Day sale, discover statement pieces starting at $499.99. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. No minimum purchase required. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Our son Trent overcame kidney disease and beat cancer. But when he injured his leg, he took what he thought was a pain pill.
It was laced with fentanyl, and it killed him. He was 23.
We reached out to Tammy Baldwin, but all we got back was a form letter.
Obviously, she doesn't care about families like ours. Our kids are dying from fentanyl pouring across our border.
And we can't trust Tammy Baldwin to stop it.
Fix Washington PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Maury's VW has all the latest Volkswagens with new product arriving daily, including the new 2024 Volkswagen SUV lineup, the large and very spacious Atlas and Atlas Crossport, the perfect size family-friendly Volkswagen Tiguan, and the practical, economical Volkswagen Taos. As always, you don't need to travel far to have your Volkswagen serviced. Come in for your test drive today at Maury's Volkswagen.
T-Mobile coverage in my area is wonderful.
We have 8 acres, and it gives you peace of mind to know that you're going to have a reliable signal.
We enjoy hiking. We enjoy the outdoors. The coverage has been great.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
We've all seen these ads by Senator Baldwin attacking me. She's lying to you. But that's what career politicians do when they get in trouble. The truth? I was born and live in Wisconsin. I've never run a nursing home, and of course I believe seniors should vote. The false attacks are going to keep coming because she has nothing to run on. Her record has failed us on inflation, the border, and crime. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message for this reason. It's time for change.
Labor Day mattress deals are happening now at Ashley. For a limited time, save up to $1,000 on select mattress purchases. Plus, get 0% interest for 5 years on in-store purchases. Only at Ashley.
A special delivery to a shelter in Stamford, Connecticut. Volunteers from Food Rescue US delivered the donations in partnership with NBC Sports. As the 2024 Paris Olympics winds down for closing ceremonies, the broadcaster is giving away its leftovers. NBC Sports had stocked up to feed more than 2,000 people working on its Olympic coverage, and I guess they had plenty more to share. Good for them. Okay, Greg will have one final look at your forecast when we come back.
It's a lot quieter around here than it used to be. I'm Rebecca Cook. When I was growing up, this farm was bustling. Holsteins, hired hands, harvesting crops. But big corporations put family farms like mine out of business. And what has Derek Van Orden done? Nothing. Tax cuts for big ag, rising healthcare costs, undermining our democracy, extremism. We need real working people in Washington. And that's why I approve this message.
Summer fun along the Mississippi River in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin. Imagine your trip to Prairie du Chien any way you'd want it to be. All of the views, all of the history, all of the fun. Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, a destination with it all, any way you'd like it to be. Discover more at prairieduchien.org.
There's never been a better time to enjoy quality Smith Brothers sofa sectionals and chairs than right now during the annual Smith Brothers sale at Drury's in Fountain. You'll save on the latest sofa styles, stunning casual sectionals, and cozy chairs and recliners, even luxurious leather designs. Smith Brothers, made in America by skilled craftsmen dedicated to putting quality first. Plus, there's even special 24-month financing on all Smith Brothers furniture. Smith Brothers furniture at the best prices of the year, now at Drury's in Fountain.
The Pro Pulling League is coming back to the Hillsboro Fireman's Park again August 9th and 10th. It's time for the annual tradition known as the Hillsboro Charity Tractor Pull. 8 great PPL classes are competing over 3 sessions, including Pro Stock tractors, Super Modified tractors, mini rods, and more. Friday starts at 7 p.m. and Saturday has 2 sessions, noon and 6 p.m. Camping's available and tickets are just $25. Kids are free. Don't miss it.
You just have to get in the seat of a John Deere Gator XUV 835M, not because of the spacious cargo box, or because it can tackle any terrain. Not even because it tows up to 4,000 pounds. You just have to get in the seat because something about being this productive just makes you smile.
Visit Tractor Central, take a seat, and see for yourself why nothing runs like a deer. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
All right, we got the Irish Festival going on, so there are your temperatures for tomorrow. Tomorrow evening should be a little bit warmer, less clouds, but still, as you get towards the evening, you'll probably need a jacket. Otherwise, Ashley, for the arts, very similar type of temperatures, but towards the end, it will be in the upper 50s, so probably a jacket will be needed, but less wind, less clouds, and even better as we go on to Sunday.
Hey, overall, looks good.
Love it.
Yeah.
You like it?
I love
Okay,
it.
Kate likes it, so it's good. All right, thank you for joining us at 10. Have a good evening.